We're back for another harvest today. So I'm just going to take you through the ins and outs as usual. We've got our gear over here and I'll show you our frames again. So we've already harvested this one. This one was our last harvest, and so these ones over here are fairly well on their way. This one here is the one we're going to harvest today. Now, just wanted to show you this one in particular. You can see it's not looking all that full, but that is our side one that we can actually have a view of. And you can see it is very close to being ready. So just waiting on a few more cells to be done, but you can see that's not far away from being done. So it's all very nice to have, and would indicate that these ones here are probably not too far away either. Let's get started. So just pull that cap out. Just remember the lip goes in there, and we're going to pull our cap up here off as well. And I'm going to do a double one again. Actually, no, I may not. Just do one. So we'll start by just turning about. Now, actually, before I start, I'm going to come down here and just flip this over. Put it in the top slot, which is so that the honey can be licked back up if there's any that leaks through the actual hive itself. These are the guys out on the road. Alright, so we're going to put our big jar there and let's get cracking, quite literally. So we've cracked there. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Oh, there we go, look at that. Beautiful honey already coming out. See it just draining out there. That's lovely. So this one should be fairly full. It's been probably ready for a little while. You can see again here a little bit of honey just drizzling out. The bees will lick that up pretty quick. We've got one bee coming back here to check out what's going on. You can see them all working quite hard in there. They're doing very well. We're in autumn here now in Australia, and so I'm going to try and leave them with what they need, obviously for the winter, coming into the winter, but I'll just harvest as I need it. So probably getting a frame every week here, and they're filling it very, very quickly again. So yeah, I'm going to pause this and I'll come back to it near the end. So it's filling quite quickly here. I thought I'd just, while this is filling, I'd very quickly talk about the Flow Hive 2 that was released a couple of days back, or yesterday, and very exciting release from the Flow Hive people. Certainly seems like there's been some interesting changes to it, without sort of getting away from their classic ideas. So yeah, I've ordered 2. And what I'm going to do is when they arrive, I will do an unboxing and a video and show you what it's like. But certainly the levels and the pest management seems to be a big. The levels in the stand I'm talking about, and the pest management seems to be really, really good. I quite like the fact that they've got a little drawer there, so you can put some diatomaceous earth in there and let the beetles fall into it, which should be really, really good. But yeah, no, some very interesting takes on the new Flow Hive. I'm just going to crack a little bit more of this open. You can hear in the background my neighbour deciding that he's going to mow his lawn today. So that should get this flowing a little bit harder now. In my last harvest I didn't get as much as we thought we would. Looks like this one might be about the same level, so I think they are moving a little bit of honey in and around different areas at the moment. You can see some of the wax capping coming out through there, which is actually it's mainly bubbles, but there's a little bit of the odd bit of wax coming through with it as well, which actually is quite pleasant. It's not a bad thing. You could filter it out if it was a big issue, but overall they're in little tiny pieces, so it's not a big deal. The girls doing their jobs in there, doing really well. So I'm going to pause it again and I'll come back in a minute. So it looks like I'm going to eat my words a little bit there. It's actually looking like it's going to be quite a nice little harvest. So still pouring out very steadily out of there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we fill this bottle. This one's the interesting one for me. They seem to really I would have thought obviously with your brood boxes you generally have these side frames as the favourite for the bees to put honey in, but it certainly seems like in the Flow these two middle, which makes sense because they would obviously work normally in a brood box from middle to outside, but obviously with brood, but it looks as though they do that in the Flow hives as well. It's very cool. You can see it's travelling along very nicely here. It's still flowing out very thick, so I'd say I'll probably have to put this down in a second and swap jars. I think we'll end up with well and truly over 3 kilos out of this one, so I'll just do that now. So we've changed jars. Not much left to go, but you can see that's very full. I thought we might just make it without changing, but unfortunately we've changed. You could see just before those cells were being already attended to by the bees, sticking their tongues in there and licking around. So the first one that we've done still got a little tiny bit of honey in there, and usually there's a little leak back slot in there where the bees lick it and reuse it, but obviously they haven't got that part yet. So same with that one there where we've harvested. What I'm going to quickly do is take you to my other Flow frame, or Flow hives, and show you that, sorry, just got buzzed by a bee, show you the other frames we've got. So they've we've only had this one on for probably 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that, and they've done really well. I'll give you a look in the window here. You can actually see these, you can see the frame that the little cells haven't been connected here. When you go over here, you can actually see they've started to connect all those up, which is obviously getting them ready for storage. So that's pretty amazing. They've done the front section first, but you can very clearly see the gaps here. Yeah, nice number of bees working on it there, but yes, they will take their time. We probably won't harvest from this one this year, not unless there's a really good flow on. But that's okay. No, as long as they're storing something for the winter, I'm happy with that. I will pause this again and we'll see where we end up with the honey. Right guys, well we're almost done here. So again, probably about 3 kilos of honey in that, all that, and we're just about finished up in here, so I'm going to start shutting it down. One other thing I was just going to say about the Flow hive, I'm enjoying the thought of having an integrated shelf in here. Obviously you can see that I did a bit of a shelf myself, in particular to look after these bigger jars, which I've got a few of that I like to harvest into. So yeah, that'll be really cool because apparently it's just adjustable. Like I said, I will be doing an unboxing when it arrives sometime in May, but in the meantime, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and you'll see more and more harvests and hopefully more and more bee videos. Have a good one guys, take care.